Are you a catholic? Do you know that cat urine glows under UV light? Adult cats don't have belly buttons like humans? In France, there was a massacre of cats because of a conflict between the owner and the employee. Or do you know that the ancient Egyptians were once defeated by their own perfect gods? Let's open the encyclopedia of these furry, four-legged pets with your planet through a list of 50 interesting facts about them. Just complete the list, and the cat god will surely bless you. Now let's get started. Over the past 10,000 years, these cats have moved from the wild to the comfort of our homes. Along with that, biological characteristics have either remained the same or changed, such as the following information. Number 1. Purr frequencies. You know that rumbling sound a cat makes when it's content? That's their purr. And it's more than just a sign of happiness. Scientists have studied these low-frequency vibrations, typically ranging from 25 to 150 hertz. Interestingly, frequencies within this range are commonly used in vibrational therapies to promote bone growth and healing, suggesting that a cat's purr might actually help in their recovery from injuries, or even just keep their bones robust. It's almost like they have their built-in healing mechanism. Number 2. Whiskers purpose. Those long, elegant whiskers on a cat's face aren't just for show. Known scientifically as vibrissae, these specialized hairs are deeply rooted and connected to nerves and blood vessels, acting as highly sensitive tactile receptors. They extend out from the cat's body roughly the same width, providing a crucial sensory tool that helps them gauge narrow spaces, navigate in the dark, and even detect changes in air currents, allowing them to perceive their surroundings with remarkable precision. Number 3. Rough tongue. Felt a cat's tongue? It's surprisingly rough, much like sandpaper. This unique texture is due to backward-facing, spine-like structures called papillae, which are made of keratin, the same material as their claws and our fingernails. This specialized tongue acts as an incredibly efficient grooming tool, effectively untangling fur and removing loose hair, dirt, and even parasites. It's also quite effective for stripping small bits of meat from bones. Number 4. Flexible spines. Cats are masters of contortion, capable of squeezing into seemingly impossible spaces or twisting their bodies in midair. This incredible flexibility is largely due to their unique spinal structure. Unlike humans, whose vertebrae are relatively rigid, a cat's spine contains more vertebrae, typically 53 compared to our 33, with more elastic cushioning discs between them. This allows for an extraordinary range of motion, letting them bend, twist, and arch their backs with remarkable ease. Number 5. Nictitating membrane. Look closely at a cat's eye when they blinks, and you might catch a glimpse of a thin, whitish membrane sweeping across. This is the nictitating membrane, often referred to as a third eyelid. While not as prominent in humans, this semi-transparent structure provides an extra layer of protection for the cat's eye, shielding it from dust and debris, and also helps to distribute tears evenly across the eyeball, keeping it moist and healthy without obstructing their vision entirely. Number 6. Taste bud quirks. Here's a curious fact about your sweet little furball. Cats are among the few mammals that cannot taste sweetness. This unique characteristic is tied to their obligate carnivorous diet. Their taste receptors are specifically adapted to detect amino acids in meat, a crucial evolutionary trait for a species whose survival depends entirely on consuming animal protein. So, don't bother offering them dessert. They wouldn't appreciate it. Number 7. The Henry's Pocket. Enigma. On the outer edge of a cat's ear, you might notice a small, peculiar skin fold known as Henry's Pocket, or cutaneous marginal pouch. While its exact function remains somewhat of a mystery to scientists, one hypothesis suggests it may aid in detecting higher-pitched sounds, or perhaps help to funnel specific frequencies into the ear canal. It's a curious anatomical detail whose purpose is still being fully unraveled. Number 8. Belly button. Absence. Unlike humans and many other animals, adult cats typically lack a visible belly button. They do have a navel where the umbilical cord was once attached, but a cat's umbilical cord is much thinner than a human's and usually dries up and falls off very quickly after birth, leaving behind a tiny, flat scar that is often covered by fur and difficult to spot. Number 9. Exceptional hearing. If you've ever noticed your cat's ears swiveling independently, you're witnessing their exceptional hearing in action. Cats can hear a much broader range of frequencies than humans, extending into the ultrasonic range, up to 64 kilohertz, while humans typically only hear up to 20 kilohertz. This superior auditory ability allows them to detect the high-pitched squeaks of rodents and other small prey, even from a distance or hidden within dense undergrowth. Number 10. Night vision. While cats aren't strictly nocturnal, their eyes are perfectly adapted for low-light conditions. Their retinas contain a high concentration of rod cells, which are responsible for detecting dim light, far more than the cone cells that perceive color and bright light. Additionally, they possess a reflective layer behind the retina called the tapetum lucidum, which bounces light back through the retina, effectively amplifying the available light and granting them superior night vision compared to humans. Number 11. Olfactory prowess. A cat's nose is a powerful tool, far more sensitive than our own. Their sense of smell, or olfaction, is estimated to be 14 times better than a human's, due to having nearly 200 million scent receptors in their nasal cavity, compared to our mere 5 million. This incredible olfactory prowess allows them to identify other cats, detect subtle changes in their environment, locate hidden prey, and even differentiate between various food items with remarkable precision, making their world a rich tapestry of scents. Number 12. Vomeronasal organ. Beyond their primary sense of smell, cats possess a fascinating secondary olfactory system housed in the vomeronasal organ, also known as Jacobson's organ. Located on the roof of their mouth, behind their front teeth, this specialized organ detects pheromones, chemical signals released by other animals. When a cat displays the characteristic flamen response, curling back its upper lip, it's directing air towards this organ to analyze these crucial chemical messages, offering insights into reproductive status or territorial claims. Number 13. Unique drinking technique. While both cats and dogs lap water, their techniques are surprisingly different. Dogs use their tongues like a spoon, curving them backward to scoop water into their mouths. However, a cat's tongue barely touches the water's surface, creating a tiny column of liquid that they quickly pull upwards into their mouth before gravity can pull it back down. This incredibly rapid and precise motion allows them to drink efficiently without submerging their faces. Number 14. Unique liver metabolism. Cats possess a deficiency in certain liver enzymes, specifically glucuronidyltransferases, which are vital for metabolizing and detoxifying many common compounds, including numerous human medications. This is why substances like paracetamol are so toxic to them, as their bodies cannot break them down safely, leading to rapid accumulation of harmful byproducts. Number 15. The floating clavicle. Unlike humans, who have collarbones, clavicles, that connect their shoulder blades to their sternum, cats possess a floating clavicle. This small, vestigial bone is not directly attached to other bones, allowing their shoulders to move independently and narrowly. This unique anatomical feature is crucial for their ability to squeeze through incredibly tight spaces and contributes to their extraordinary flexibility, as their width is only limited by their head. Number 16. Vestigial dew claws. Many cats, particularly on their front legs, possess what's known as a dew claw. This is a small, elevated toe located higher up on the leg, which doesn't typically make contact with the ground when the cat walks. While it serves little practical function in domestic life, hence vestigial, It is a remnant of an earlier evolutionary stage, similar to a human appendix. In some cases, it may provide a slight grip when climbing or holding prey. Number 17. Blood type. Just like humans, cats have different blood types, primarily A, B, and the rare AB. The distribution of these blood types varies significantly among different cat breeds and geographical locations. Understanding a cat's blood type is crucial in veterinary medicine, particularly for blood transfusions. Mismatched blood types can lead to severe and even fatal reactions, highlighting the importance of proper typing before any such procedure. Number 18. Brain size like walnuts. While a cat's brain is relatively small compared to their overall body size, typically weighing about 0.9% of their total body weight, it is remarkably complex and highly developed. The cerebral cortex, responsible for conscious thought, memory, and information processing, contains approximately 300 million neurons. This density of neural connections contributes to their complex cognitive abilities, allowing them to learn, problem solve, and adapt to various environments with surprising intelligence. Number 19. Bone count. Prepare for a bone aphid revelation. Cats possess more bones in their bodies than humans do. While humans typically have 206 bones, a cat's skeleton usually comprises between 230 and 244 bones, depending on the length of their tail. This higher count, particularly in their spine and tail, contributes significantly to their renowned flexibility and agility, allowing them to perform impressive feats of acrobatics and squeeze into tight spaces with ease. Number 20. Induced ovulation. Here's a key difference in feline reproductive biology. Female cats are induced ovulators. Unlike humans and many other mammals that spontaneously ovulate at regular intervals, a female cat's ovaries only release eggs in response to the physical act of mating. This unique physiological mechanism ensures that ovulation is timed precisely with the presence of sperm, maximizing the chances of fertilization and successful reproduction. Cats are creatures that possess many interesting biological characteristics, as well as many useful functions. However, cats also know how to apply all of this in their daily lives, especially when interacting with humans. Number 21. Sleep patterns. If you've ever watched a cat, you've probably noticed they spend a significant portion of their day napping. In fact, domestic cats typically sleep between 12 and 16 hours a day, sometimes even more, making them champion sleepers. This seemingly lazy habit is an evolutionary hangover from their predatory ancestors. By conserving energy through extensive rest, they ensure they have ample reserves for intense, short bursts of hunting and activity when opportunities arise. Number 22. Whisker dreams. During their deepest sleep, when cats enter REM cycles, fascinating things happen. Their whiskers, those incredibly sensitive sensory tools, can be observed twitching. This suggests that cats might actually dream with their whiskers, processing tactile information, and perhaps reliving hunting expeditions or navigating imaginary territories, even while their bodies are at rest. It's a peek into their secret inner world. Number 23. The zoomies. Suddenly, without warning, your seemingly sedate cat might burst into a frantic dash, tearing through the house, leaping over furniture, and perhaps even scaling curtains. These sudden bursts of frenetic energy are affectionately known as the zoomies, or frenetic random activity periods, FRAPS. This behavior is a completely natural way for cats, especially indoor ones, to burn off pent-up energy, satisfy their predatory instincts for short, intense bursts of speed, and simply express their joy and vitality. Number 24. Communication, meows. While wild cats primarily communicate through scent, body language, and subtle vocalizations, the familiar meow is largely a sound developed specifically for interacting with humans. Adult cats rarely meow at each other. Instead, they reserve this distinctive vocalization almost exclusively for their human companions. It's their way of getting our attention, asking for food, soliciting pets, or expressing a wide range of emotions, proving how adaptable they are to living alongside us. Number 25. Kneading behavior. The rhythmic pushing motion cats make with their paws, often accompanied by purring, is known as kneading, or making biscuits. This behavior originates from kittenhood, when kittens knead their mother's mammary glands to stimulate milk flow. In adult cats, it's a profound sign of comfort, contentment, and trust, often displayed when they feel safe and loved. It's a relic of their earliest, most secure moments, bringing them a deep sense of peace. Number 26. Scent gland. Secret's cats communicate in ways humans often miss, and their scent glands are prime examples. Located on their paws, cheeks, and flanks, these glands release pheromones, chemical messages that are imperceptible to us, but convey a wealth of information to other felines. When your cat rubs against your leg, they're not just being affectionate. They're essentially leaving you a secret, scented note, marking you as part of their accepted territory. Number 27. Bonding with blinks. If your cat slowly blinks at you, don't just dismiss it as sleepiness. It's actually their way of showing profound trust and affection. This slow blink is often referred to as a cat kiss. You can even try reciprocating by slowly blinking back at your cat. It's a wonderful way to communicate mutual affection and strengthen your bond with your feline friend. Number 28. Gift-giving behavior. Sometimes, a cat will bring its owner a gift of a captured mouse or bird, a behavior that can be rather startling. This isn't a sign of aggression. Rather, it's a deeply ingrained natural instinct. They are essentially attempting to teach their human companions to hunt, or are sharing their successful catch with those they consider part of their family or pack. It's a strangely endearing, if messy, compliment. Number 29. Litter box use. The ingrained habit of burying their waste is a deeply rooted instinct in cats, stemming from their wild ancestors. In nature, covering their feces and urine helps them hide their scent from both prey they might be hunting and larger predators that might be hunting them. This behavior, which translates perfectly to litter box training, ensures discretion and maintains hygiene. It's a prime example of an evolutionary trait that seamlessly fits into domestic life. Number 30. Sunbathing ritual. Many cats seem to have an almost religious devotion to finding and basking in sunbeams. This isn't just for comfort. There's a practical side to their sunbathing ritual. The warmth helps them regulate their body temperature, especially after a nap in a cooler spot. Additionally, exposure to sunlight helps synthesize vitamin D in their skin, which they then ingest during grooming, supporting bone health. It's a natural and beneficial part of their daily routine. Have you ever heard of cats being elected as human mayors or being agents in a mysterious CIA experiment? It all happened with the following notable historical figures and events. Number 31. 9,500 years. With humans. The story of cat domestication isn't quite as clear-cut as dogs, but archaeological evidence suggests cats were first domesticated thousands of years ago, around 9,500 years ago in the Near East. They weren't initially pets in the modern sense, but were likely welcomed into early agricultural societies for their invaluable pest control services, keeping grain stores free from rodents. Number 32. Ancient Egyptian cats. Few animals hold as iconic a place in ancient history as the cat, particularly in ancient Egypt. Revered for their pest control abilities, protecting vital grain stores from rodents, cats were elevated to a sacred status. They were often depicted in art, worshipped as deities, most famously as the goddess Bastet, and even mummified with great care alongside their human companions, signifying their profound importance in daily life and the afterlife. Number 33. the Great Cat Massacre of Paris. In Paris, in the 1730s, some apprentice printers who felt mistreated and envious of their masters' pampered cats staged mock trials and then systematically tortured and killed hundreds of the city's felines, including their masters' beloved pets. Historians, like Robert Darnton, interpret this gruesome event as a darkly humorous, symbolic rebellion by the working class against their bourgeois employers, revealing deep-seated social tensions decades before the French Revolution. Number 34. Medieval superstition. During the European Middle Ages, the fortunes of cats took a drastic turn from their revered status in Egypt. Linked to witchcraft and paganism by the burgeoning Christian church, black cats, in particular, became targets of widespread superstition and persecution. They were often associated with evil and even burned during festivities. This unfortunate period significantly reduced cat populations, some historians even linking it to the increased spread of the Black Death, as fewer cats meant more rats. Number 35. The Battle of Pelusium's Feline. Strategy. In 525 BCE, during the Battle of Pelusium, the Persian army, led by Cambyses II, exploited the Egyptians' sacred reverence for cats. Knowing that harming a cat was considered an abomination, the Persians reportedly painted cats on their shields, and even carried live cats into battle. The Egyptians, hesitant to fire arrows for fear of harming the revered animals, were effectively neutralized, leading to a decisive Persian victory and the conquest of Egypt. Number 36. Maine Coons. The majestic Maine Coon, one of the oldest natural cat breeds in North America, has a history deeply intertwined with early American settlers. While their exact origins are debated, popular theories suggest they descended from long-haired cats brought over by European seafarers in the 17th century, or evolved naturally in the rugged state of Maine. Their robust build and thick fur made them perfectly suited for the harsh New England winters, proving their adaptability as working cats. The Maine Coons were recognized as a distinct breed in 1895. Number 37. Stubbs, Mayor. In a charming and rather unusual historical anecdote, the small town of Talkeetna, Alaska, famously had a cat named Stubbs as its honorary mayor for 20 years, from 1997 until his death in 2017. While not a true political office, Stubbs gained international recognition, attracting tourists to the town. He became a beloved symbol of Talkeetna, demonstrating the unique and often whimsical ways cats can capture human hearts and imaginations. Number 38. Tibbs, the best postal cat. From 1950 to 1964, a cat named Tibbs the Great served as the official chief mouser at the London Post Office Savings Bank. He wasn't just any cat. Tibbs was a dedicated employee who reportedly caught 3,000 mice during his illustrious career, earning him not only respect, but also a regular allowance for food and comfort. His diligent service exemplified the crucial, albeit unofficial role felines played in keeping important historical institutions pest-free. Number 39. World War II. Cat heroes. During World War II, amidst the chaos and hardship, cats emerged as unexpected heroes, particularly on naval ships. Beyond providing invaluable rodent control that protected vital food supplies and communication lines from being chewed through, the cat's companions also played a crucial role in boosting crew morale. Some cats, like Simon of the HMS Amethyst, even received prestigious Dickin medals for their bravery, enduring heavy shelling and tending to wounded sailors, proving that their keen senses and comforting presence were invaluable assets in the darkest of times. Number 40. Secret CIA project. In the 1960s, the CIA launched a top-secret program known as Acoustic Kitty. The audacious plan involved surgically implanting listening devices into a living cat, turning it into a mobile, furry surveillance unit designed to spy on Soviet officials. The project reportedly cost around $20 million over 5 years. However, despite the significant investment and effort, The initiative was ultimately deemed a failure, with the cat supposedly wandering off during its first real-world test. Finally, we will conclude our adventure of learning about cats with some super fascinating facts about them. Number 41. Digitigrade walkers' cats are digitigrade animals, meaning they walk directly on their toes, with their heels raised off the ground. Most humans, by contrast, are plantigrade, walking flat-footed. This digitigrade locomotion provides several advantages for a predator. It enhances stealth by reducing footfall noise, increases speed, and improves shock absorption when running or jumping, allowing them to move with that signature feline agility and predatory grace. Number 42. Water avoidance. Do you know that a cat's dense undercoat lacks the natural oils necessary to quickly repel water? When saturated, their fur becomes heavy and loses its insulating properties, leading to rapid body heat loss, a condition known as hypothermia, which is a serious threat in cooler environments. Therefore, cats often avoid getting themselves wet, or if they get liquid on their coat, they will try to lick it dry as quickly as possible. Number 43. Catnip effect. The curious allure of catnip is a fascinating phenomenon. Approximately 70 to 80% of domestic cats react strongly to Nepeta cataria, the plant commonly known as catnip. Their response, which can include rolling, rubbing, purring, and even drooling, is triggered by a chemical compound called nepetalactone, which mimics feline pheromones and activates pleasure centers in their brain. However, the sensitivity is genetically inherited, so not all cats will be affected. Number 44. Cat eye glow. If you've ever seen a cat's eyes glow eerily in the dark when light hits them, you've witnessed the tapetum lucidum in action. This reflective layer behind the retina enhances their low-light vision by bouncing incoming light back through the photoreceptor cells, effectively amplifying it. It's the same structure that gives many nocturnal animals their reflective eyeshine, making them incredibly efficient hunters, even in near darkness. Number 45. Left-pawed cats. Just like humans can be right or left-handed, studies have shown that cats can exhibit paw preference. Research from Queen's University Belfast, for instance, indicated that female cats tend to be more right-pawed, while male cats are more often left-pawed when performing tasks requiring precision, such as reaching for food. This subtle neurological difference suggests a level of lateralization in their brains, much like our own. Number 46. Ear swiveling. A cat's external ears, or pinnae, are incredibly mobile. Each ear is controlled by more than 30 individual muscles, allowing it to rotate almost 180 degrees independently of the other. This remarkable anatomical feature enables them to pinpoint the exact source of a sound with astonishing accuracy, acting like small, highly directional radar dishes, which is an indispensable tool for locating prey or detecting potential threats. Number 47. Cat urine glows under UV. This might be something you discover by accident, but cat urine contains phosphors that cause it to fluoresce under ultraviolet, black light. This strange property is why specialized UV flashlights are often used to detect otherwise invisible pet stains on carpets and furniture, revealing hidden treasures in your home. Number 48. Extreme falls. Cats possess an extraordinary righting reflex, an innate ability to orient themselves in midair and land on their feet, even when falling from significant heights. This reflex is attributed to their flexible spine, lack of a collarbone, and sophisticated vestibular system. While not impervious to injury, their ability to twist their bodies and splay their limbs to distribute impact often allows them to survive falls that would be fatal to other animals. Number 49. Unique nose prints. Just as human fingerprints are unique, so too are a cat's nose prints. The intricate patterns of ridges and bumps on a cat's nose are distinct to each individual, forming a one-of-a-kind identification mark. While not commonly used for identification in the way fingerprints are for humans, This biological fact underscores the subtle and unique physical characteristics that make every single feline a truly individual creature. Number 50. Cat color genes. The stunning array of coat colors and patterns seen in domestic cats is determined by a complex interplay of genetics. For instance, the gene for orange fur is located on the X chromosome, which explains why calico and tortoiseshell cats, with their distinctive patches of black, orange, and white, are almost exclusively female. The intricate dance of dominant and recessive genes, along with various modifiers, creates the beautiful feline spectrum we admire. As we wrap up 50 facts about cats, we've seen that these creatures are truly remarkable. From their amazing biological traits like self-healing paws and incredible night vision, to their unique communication and profound historical impact, cats are a blend of wild instinct and loyal companionship. We've explored their ancient reverence and their surprising roles throughout history, revealing the layers of complexity behind their charming exteriors. For Americans, cats are more than pets. They're beloved family. These facts show why we're so captivated by their mysterious ways and endearing antics. They bring comfort, joy, and quiet solace, enriching our lives daily. The bond we share with these extraordinary animals speaks to a universal connection, fulfilling our need for companionship and understanding. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to Your Planet. Tell us your favorite topics in the comments below. See you soon.